murdered by.
No Joe Budden.
I'll tell you one thing, buddy. That's how you start a project.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Eminem dropped a surprise album on yesterday.
Yes.
Surprise album called
Music
to be Murdered By, right?
Yes. Yeah. A nod to Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes.
Per the cover, too.
A lot of great features. Royce, Black Thought, Slaughterhouse, Black Thought, Juice WRLD. Who else is on here?
Anderson
Ed
Paak,
Sheeran.
Q-Tip.
Anderson .Paak.
Young and
Ed
May.
Sheeran.
That Young and May record is.
He is.
Yeah, why does we have to do something about that relationship.
I agree. I completely agree.
But don't say that too loud
You're
because
right.
Rory will hit you.
I agree.
Rory loves Ed Sheeran.
Oh, no, I like this album.
Rory
That
is
song
Ed
is
Sheeran.
trash.
That song is real bad.
That song is awful. This is a good album.
It's pretty
that
good,
song
yeah.
in particular is horrible.
Rory's Red Sharon.
Red Sharon.
You are.
All right.
Yeah, I like the album except for the club attempts.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Eminem making club records.
I didn't want him to make club records when he was
didn't.
successful with the Akon Smack That Booty club records. I don't want to make this an M hating shit because I want to praise this album.
It's a good album.
What Akon record smacked that booty?
I believe that was the title.
Smack that booty.
Eminem and Akon. That was
It's
Eminem
a
and
song.
It was
Akon.
not It was not Eminem's song called "Smack That
Yes, it
Booty."
was.
It was their song
Oh,
together. I
shit.
don't know if it was.
It's called
You think I'm making this shit up?
Yeah,
Not Smack That Booty. It's called
Yeah,
Smack
smack that. Not smack that booty, right?
Because they couldn't put booty in the title.
Yeah,
Wait,
come
what-
on, man. This
what
was,
album?
It was implied.
God damn, this shit got 500 million views.
this was a fucking big record.
Yeah, it was a huge record.
They might have opened the Grammys with this shit.
Let me play it. Hold on. Scream, man. Can you fast forward from Akon in the cell visiting his lawyer?
Why does he... Akon has done that about 17
He's been
videos.
locked up in every video, man. How about free? Get free.
You can put your audio up.
Guys, I got it.
All right, brand new Eminem album. You guys react.
I actually enjoyed it. Like I said, except for the club attempts. Eminem doesn't seem to leave his house. I don't want to hear about him being in a club with Ed Sheeran.
I don't even think he wants to do that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Back to my original point that I want Eminem to make music he wants to make, and I don't think he wants to make that. But that was only, what, one or two joints?
He has one or two songs. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
I skip plenty of people's records on albums that I like.
For sure.
Yeah, I like it. It's good rapping. It's better beats than I think we've gotten from M in the last two albums.
Shout out to Royce. Royce did 2, I think.
Yeah, you got 2 placements on there.
Yeah.
Darkness, which appears to be the single because they put the video out, is nuts. The fact that M could do that type of record.
Yeah. Well,
even as Eminem, I still, this late in his career, to still be able to make a record where you're telling 2 stories at one time and then they blend and it's fucking nuts. And yeah, that record is incredible.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, really incredible.
Royce did that one.
Look at Royce, man.
You know what I'm saying? Lead singles.
Project is cool. I'm just not. It don't have a lot of replay value to me though.
I mean,
I'm not gonna go back and
It's
listen.
an hour old.
No, but I'm just saying.
And you had to pod.
No, but I'm saying
You couldn't listen to it.
You had to go to work.
No, I listened to it twice last night when it came out though, and I just it's,
See, you replayed it.
No, but I had to replay it.
And you value your
I can't
time.
just play one thing once. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it at least 2 or 3 times. But it's a few records that are really good. But then there's some where it's too much. It's too many words.
Elmore, you gotta stop.
All right,
You
well,
have
hold
to
on.
stop
Let me
this shit.
shoot M some
for real,
bail here.
like
How many albums, period, have replay value these days?
that's very, very true.
Yeah, none of them do.
Yeah.
None
And when
of
has Eminem albums been
I mean,
not
from the-
heavy on words?
I mean, but when a legendary artist puts out an album, I would hope that there's some replay value to the project. Like, there's a few songs in here, but I don't know if
I'm sure there's a lot of replay value if you're still a diehard or even not still a strong Eminem fan, which I'm not sure that you are.
And even
I'm an
if
Eminem
you're,
fan. I
even
like
if
Eminem
you're
a lot.
not a strong Eminem fan, people are going to replay this album. This is the best we've heard him in a while. This is the best album we've heard from him.
like I
I,
love
I did
that.
like Kamikaze a lot.
I did too, but
I didn't
this
replay
is
it.
more
Kamikaze-
music to me than Kamikaze.
Sure.
Kamikaze
Definitely.
was an angry Eminem because we hated whatever that album was that came
Kamikaze
before.
didn't seem like an album. It just seemed like some
It was a
personal
response.
shit.
Yeah.
It was a
Okay.
response to every
I don't count
comment
it as
from his
album.
last album.
Okay.
Like, I love the Godzilla record with Juice WRLD, but I feel
Juice
like
WRLD
I
killed
feel
that
like
hook.
it was just too much rapping on it though. Like I didn't feel like it had to have that much rapping. Like that record is really dope.
Do you feel like that's a lazy take on any Eminem topic? Is that it's too much rapping and too many words?
I think so, kind of. Because what do you expect from Eminem?
Like, if you're expecting something else from Eminem, isn't that on you as a consumer, Maul?
Not that it's on me, but I think that M listens to the feedback from albums, and I think people have been saying that for a while. Like, sometimes it's just too wordy. It's just too many words. Like, sometimes you don't even remember what he said.
But there's a lot of people that want that.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm talking about for me.
Right.
Like, I like Eminem, but I feel like for certain songs, like that Godzilla record, I don't think he needed to display his rapping ability on that record.
Yeah, you might be right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was just such a...
Could have spazzed on something
crazy.
else.
The hook was so crazy, and the beat was crazy, and it was just like, we didn't need all of those words in the bars.
To Maul's point, earlier in Eminem's career, like Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, M wasn't... It was wordy, but it wasn't nuts, super fast rapping.
Yeah, that's true.
We know M can slow it down a bit and be content heavy. And later in his career, I feel like he's just been speeding up the raps, and it's just been, let's see how many words I can rhyme. Yeah, so I get what Maul is saying.
Like, even
because we know M can do that other
dope record,
side.
but he wasn't so wordy in his bars on that Smack That record.
That's fair.
That's all I'm saying. Sometimes just don't be so. There's too many words in the bars. Like, that's all.
And
I agree with that, but I just think that he caters to people that want to hear that.
No, and I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right.
I also think he's bored, and I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I think he's trying to impress himself.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I've done all that before. Let me try to just out-rap myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in him trying to out-rap himself, if you think that's what it was, now I have to out-listen myself when I'm sitting there listening to the project.
Thought I heard a voice in my head that said, I had no other choice, it was like...
Actually, now that I'm playing this again, this is a really old song.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is an old song.
Look at you hating already.
Go ahead, Rory. I know you've been working on your Joe jokes all day.
I didn't know you were going to say that.
Come on. I know you got
I don't
some
have
Joe
any.
jokes.
I don't have any. I have nothing but love for you.
Oh, that means you have nothing.
Give us a little sneak preview. What you was going to give him?
I was hoping you were going to come with your verse.
Shut up, Parks.
What?
That's your pocket, too.
It is.
Shut up.
You would have killed that, though.
Oh, thank you, Parks. You're welcome. All right, you guys. Brand new Slaughterhouse and M. React.
Well, it was credited as King Crooked Royce.
3/4 of the slaughter.
But if there's 3, then it's Slaughterhouse still. That was the rule.
That was the rule.
That's a good rule, though.
No, it wasn't.
It's a good rule.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
3 is a group.
3 is company.
Mm-hmm. And you
that's the
retired,
term.
so it's,
All right, all that shit is cool sitting in Park's living room. Going to do a Slaughterhouse show with any of
I'm
the
sure it was not appreciated.
with any of the members missing.
Yeah.
And it was a rough night.
Yeah, but
it was a rough.
I can imagine.
Yeah, everybody was pretty important in that show. I'm a little confused as to why all of you Twitter people out there, Twitter's stupid. You guys are stupid. My heart started beating really fast yesterday morning when I woke up to 300 new mentions.
It's never good.
That feeling never.
Anything over 99 is like, fam. All right, what happened?
Yo, I stopped doing that. Like, I stopped waking up and just going to my phone immediately.
Yeah.
I always do 45 minutes before I even look at my phone.
That shit is bad for you, bro. Like, cause you'll read something that'll just give you a different type of energy for the rest of the day.
I'll tell you what makes me
Not
still...
if you've never felt hurt.
No, it's not about that. It's just that you'll read some bullshit and be like, all right.
Now, I'll tell you what made me still do is we had a rehearsal one day for, I think, either one of our shows or Eminem's show.
Well, we
or not,
didn't.
I mean, Amani's show. And
That's a really
it's a
weird
big
mistake.
jump. Yeah, my fault. Well, no, but they both start with M. Anyway.
No, I can see it.
We had the rehearsal on 33rd Street. It was the day that someone did that huge shooting thing on 33rd Street. So I still check every day. Because I went on Twitter, like, I was supposed to go right to the thing. But it was like, oh, there's a live shooter at 33rd Street. I was like, oh.
I gotta go see what type of sauce y'all was giving them while I was asleep. I got like
everybody was asleep.
Well, no, everybody wasn't asleep.
The important ones.
No, everybody wasn't asleep. While I was asleep, it was some commotion out there. So I have to.
They were in a frenzy.
Yeah, I got to catch up on the
sift through the
commotion. Yeah. So I woke up 300 new mentions. Brand new M featuring 3/4 of the slaughter with a whole bunch of people saying, you're hurt and angry now. Why didn't they ask you to get
You're
on?
hurt and angry now.
Yeah, I'm like, fam, I'm always hurt and angry. Like, this record didn't do it. But yeah, no, that was it. I was surprised that there were so many Twitter people that did not know that I was retired, number one. Number two, for you guys to call yourselves fans, right? Let me clarify. Let me do a lyric clarification for everyone here. No, Joe Budden is not being dissed in the brand new Pop Smoke song that I championed on the last podcast.
Why would they say that would be a diss?
Because rap fans don't listen to rap at all. That's why.
I don't even know how you can make that a diss.
One day we're going to come to that realization that it's at least 60% of rap fans that have no idea what you're saying.
Wait, I don't even know what the lyric was.
That song is also fire, by the way.
Oh my God.
Like, it's really good.
What's the lyric in question?
That song, I feel like
it's a typical flip. Something about making it pump it up like Joe Budden.
He's saying that all of his enemies.
Well, let's wait because we got to talk about Pop anyway,
so
we can hold that.
Let's finish this M conversation. Yeah, because we have a lot of music.
Well, the M line in that song was he when he was tearing Lord Jamar ass up with all the old group flips, and then that led into your group is off the chain, but you're the weakest link. And in the song,
that line was hard.
In the song featuring Slaughterhouse, I could see how that looked like it was about Joe. Joe says it was not. Joe thinks that's about
Lord Jamar.
That's about Lord Jamar, obviously, if you listen to the 8 bars coming before it. You guys get your panties out the bunch.
They have no idea who Brand Nubian is, so let's be fair.
Yes, Lord Jamar is from Vlad TV. He has never done anything prior to that.
I think that it's hard for me to say that I think M should stop dissing Lord Jamar, but that's how I feel. I understand that Lord Jamar disses Eminem every single chance he gets.
Right.
And I understand that there may be some personal shit going on there for Lord Jamar anyway.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like M has to acknowledge that often.
Well, of all the people that Eminem still disses, Lord Jamar is at least... Like, he still disses Christina Aguilera and shit. And Mariah Carey.
I'm with Parks.
Yeah.
Look,
if you could keep going.
He continues to diss people from 1998.
Yeah.
Lord Jamar makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference is that I'm positive that M was a huge Brand Nubian fan.
I think that's probably why he's so upset.
I'm not so sure he was the biggest Christina Aguilera fan at any point.
Well, he sat next to her at the MTV Awards. Or was it Britney Spears?
It was same shit. They're the same person.
Or was it Carson Daly? Or was it Fred Durst?
Jenny McCarthy.
Who did she give head to first? The question was never answered.
Rory is rattling off all the names from White Excellence.
That was quoting Eminem.
McCarthy. Come on, give him a little Pamela Anderson next.
Chill. Whoa.
Tommy Lee.
Is there a Kim Kardashian without Pam?
Okay, you podding now.
Yes.
Welcome to the game.
So
sure there is.
So
what if Pam? You know what?
No, she had the original celebrity sex tape.
Yeah.
Y'all have to stop associating Kim with this Ray J sex tape.
Wait, hold on. Why would I? That would be like me disassociating Hove with Reasonable Doubt.
Yo, Kimmy's done.
How am I going to get rid of her
You
star?
are podding, bro.
Rory been trying to pod.
He just hit 2 back-to-back threes in your face, and you ain't put a hand up yet.
Because we still down. He the nigga celebrating after the score. We down. Get back.
Get back on defense?
Yeah. But no, I see what you're saying there. All right, Lord Jamar diss on the Slaughterhouse record, and what was the Joe diss? There were a few Joe disses
the
in
Trader
there.
Joe bar.
Trader Joe.
Why would I care about Trader Joe?
Trader Joe. Trader Joe. Trader Joe. Trader Joe. That's hurtful.
Listen, I'll say this as a friend of Joe Budden.
That's not right.
I was not offended. As a frequent shopper at Trader Joe's, I was offended.
He's highly upset.
That's offensive, man.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe.
Yeah.
I'm Joe.
Yeah.
Right, you telling me Joe is a traitor?
Yeah, man.
Are you more of a Trader Joe guy or a Whole Foods guy?
Both for different things.
Yeah. That's stuff. That's a real grocery shop.
Yeah. Like sometimes I get hungry and run up in Whole Foods to the buffet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, they buffet is different.
Who has
Hotline
the gall?
This is Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast that we record every single Friday. Goodbye.
Yo, it's a real one right there.
Yeah, I fuck with her. I mean, him.
So what she did there, that's a real one.
Yeah, nah, he did that.
He did that.
No, that's a real king right there. Mark got me in trouble the other day with that bullshit he pulled. Oh no, you just did that! Oh no, you just did that!
We could have deleted that.
We didn't.
Every time we say we're deleting something, it never gets deleted.
And one of us get in trouble. One day we'll do the behind the scenes of this podcast.
I called Parks at 2 a.m. to make sure he deleted something. He was like, "No, buddy, that wasn't in there. I've been got that out. That's okay."
What was it? What you trying to delete?
No, we can't talk about it.
What you was trying to get up in that mix?
No, nothing.
Or get up out the mix.
No, I just said something that would have went crazy, and I was like, I hope they deleted that out of there.
We deleted it.
Okay. I'll tell you off air.
I had to call Parks. Parks was out drunk. Said, "Nah, I hit Savon. Savon out drunk." I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get canceled.
Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Fuck it.
Savon hit me 4:30 in the morning, bro. I got you. I was like, thank you.
Yo, anytime we do the pod and I think I said something that is going to get me canceled, like, I just pray on it when I leave.
Pray to the offensive gods.
Please, God.
I hope that don't get us killed. But then all these toxic listeners are like, "Yo, I felt you on this." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, they won't even quietly do it. They'll retweet it 1,000 times to make sure everyone heard that shit.
Oh no! They at Spotify.
Yeah.
Yo, when you said that, all right, I got it. Keep that between us. What I said. Trader Joe. Listen, Eminem in 2020, right? Let's have a heart to heart, really briefly, and really, really briefly, because there's a lot of music to get to or a lot of things to get to. The same way I feel like he should stop dissing Lord Jamar. He should stop dissing me. Like. Hey, whatever we had, that exchange, when you did all of the videos, the Trapped in the Closet interview videos, and when I said whatever I said on the pod, it was a moment in time. We had our exchange, and it's over. In 2020, I can't harbor negativity toward not only one of the best rappers, but somebody I'm not angry at. That's what we got to stop doing. I don't be mad at the people I come in here and kill.
Yeah.
Like...
I think
there's no hostility.
I think a majority of the beef
that
stemmed from you just saying you didn't like Revival.
No, you liked Revival. Oh wait, no, Revival wasn't the one.
And that's why. But that's why Trader Joe.
Recovery.
And that's why Trader Joe is like hurtful a little bit. Last week I was gonna come in here and play y'all that Crook record where he said my name on the record.
Oh, I missed it.
I didn't hear it.
I know you didn't. But he said my name on the record. And then I asked him, I tweeted him, I said, why are you saying my name? Why didn't you ever say my name on a record when I was active?
What did he say?
Well, you guys were in a group and friends.
Oh, please. When has that ever stopped you from dissing somebody? Being in a group and being friends?
Yeah.
You want to know how many Slaughterhouse songs I dissed them niggas?
All right.
I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of the song, but this is the recent release. This is just last week. I could find it if we pause, but we don't need to do that.
Well, Joe, the therapist would say, just because you are not mad at them, you were the one that, quote unquote, insulted their art. So they have every right to feel that way about what they put out in your criticism of it.
Rory.
So you can't be upset that they're upset that you made them upset.
Rory, you are absolutely right. I'm only expressing to them it's a waste of time.
You can't tell someone it's a waste of time with their feelings.
That's gaslighting?
It is.
Whatever.
Gaslighting.
Yeah,
Remember they tried to make that term go?
Yeah, they tried to make it a thing.
Gaslighting.
No, I disagree with you. Not gaslighting.
Right.
I have a different opinion.
Right.
Yeah, Crook said some shit. He said my name. He
Well,
said,
what was the gist of it?
the gist of it was
Just is a funny word.
Joe, if you say something else, then I'm going to have to retaliate. But he said Joe. And that
It
was
wasn't.
that.
It wasn't Yo.
No, it was Joe.
Oh.
So I asked him about it. I said, and he said his response was, "You had a lot more respect for my name then when you were active."
Because you was active.
So he says now it seems like I'm a little, whatever the term may
Yeah,
be.
sure.
say
toward
boogeyman. You ain't say boogeyman when you was rapping.
I say boogeyman all the time. All the time. Every minute I say boogeyman. And I can understand that from Crook, I guess, but some of that should be funny that you do. And I have a job where I got to talk twice a week. And it's funny. Sorry.
Well, the important
Shout
thing
out
is
to
that
Crook.
you're now saying you don't harbor any.
I don't have a problem
That's the
with
important part.
anybody, man.
Crook,
But-
we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Crook. But back to you sensitive, but we love you. But this Trader Joe shit, we have to. Joe is not a traitor. Listen, everyone, and this applies to everybody in life, everyone has to do.
Oh, he ended it with "I only joke with friends." You gaslighting?
No, that's what he's saying.
He's joking.
No,
With
he's
friends.
saying.
Joe is not a friend.
You are not a friend.
I didn't hear the tone because I haven't heard the record.
No, it was an aggressive tone.
Okay.
He was saying, I only joke with friends, and whatever you doing calling it a joke, I'm not your friend.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, so it's not funny.
And I
Got you.
replied
No, I
to that
understand
by
now.
saying, I wasn't joking.
Well, there's a mic right here.
I said, yo, Trader Joe, listen, everybody has to do what's best for them. Everybody has to move the way that they see fit, right? So when it comes to the word trader is just a little misleading. I have no beef with M. I have no problem with M. I've only had but so many conversations with M. I've been very consistent in my message. The only problem or issue that I had was in how our business was set up. Mm-hmm. The end. Does that make me a bad guy for having a different perspective on how the business should go or how we should be treated or how we should be handled, especially when it's our shit? Like, I know now ownership is cool and all, but like some of us were fighting for it then.
Yeah. I feel like the bigger
I don't
problem,
think
and I could be wrong.
I don't think that should make me like a traitor.
I think that the bigger problem that at least publicly has been said with them, with M, with you, was you having, dissing his album. I think that's what.
Yeah, no, but that's surface. That's
Right.
that's surface. The deeper issue is I say fuck Paul. And fuck Paul. I stand by fuck Paul only because of how loyal I am to Royce. And if you're asking Joe Budden, I'm going to always feel like Royce should be in a different position because of his alliance and over there.
Agreed.
I think that's a Paul issue. Paul, if you gave Noah a Def Jam job where he made upwards of $1 million a year, how do you think niggas that love Royce is supposed to feel watching how you handle him?
Agreed. I agree.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, when you just look at some of the moves that Paul made in music, fuck Paul. In music, when people are in mentoring positions and they take advantage of it, Joe is going to have an issue with it. Now, I understand Crook's issue because Crook still does business over there. So naturally, you want to protect your business investments and your business relationships, even if it's bad business. I get that. No beef. But why is Joe a traitor for doing what was best for Joe? Wait, and then I seen some people on Twitter saying, and this Nino Bless was one of them, let's start calling Joe's retirement what it is. He retired to chase money.
Okay.
It's not fair. I don't think that's a fair assessment of Joe's retirement. I was rapping chasing money too. I just didn't get it. It didn't work. When I stopped rapping, it wasn't a dime coming from podcasting. We had no idea.
Very true.
We had no idea podcasting was even about the balloon the way it was. So don't say Joe's chasing money because it worked. It's not right, man.
I think that's right.
Yeah, it could have failed.
Yeah.
It could fail.
It still could, yeah.
It could fail. That's the thing.
I was about to say it still ain't sweet like that. Like,
Right.
No.
Yeah,
still a lot of work to be done.
It's also, that's not fair too, because podcasting is still expressing yourself. Maybe in a different way, but equally as expressive as rapping is.
There's an art to it.
It's art. So,
Well, no, I think his rapping ability matches what he does on State of the Culture, this podcast.
Yeah.
When he was at Complex, it's just another part of the brain, but
Right.
it's the same thing.
right.
It's the same
Expressing
thing. It's the
yourself.
same
It's
thing.
expressing yourself
Yeah.
and
Really
making
good,
a career out of
really
it.
good at words.
And once you're making a career out of it, it's for money.
But let's get
Like,
off Joe's
let's-
dick
let-
because he ain't really that dope.
My only issues with
And you should always, well, I don't know about chase money, but you should always be focused on being successful somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
you shouldn't sacrifice your integrity
No,
and your
absolutely not.
moral
Never.
compass
Never doing that.
for a check.
You should chase the right money.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's a lot of wrong money.
Chase your dreams. And
Then there's
on
that.
the way,
all
you'll
money
make money.
ain't, all money ain't good money.
Hell no.
There's that
There's
part.
a lot of
Big
nasty
fact.
money out there.
But my only beef with him in our business relationship was his inept ability to not only adapt with the times, but to separate brands. The end. The end. There's no ongoing. That's it.
And some of that may be more directed at Paul than at M. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's why all of my shit is really directed at Paul, because Paul handles everything M.
Yeah.
M don't even know what the fuck is going on with M
certainly
without a Paul.
certainly on
gonna
the
say I
record
can't.
label end.
I can't ever put.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
M has always been very vocal about him just being an artist.
Right.
He doesn't rap like Hove in the sense of I am this business guy. Like he's always been an artist, always will be. Even when he was running the label with G Unit was at its peak. Like,
Although
I'm an artist.
From a legal
I'll help you
standpoint,
musically.
Yeah, but you play good cop, bad cop all you want. You are responsible for your representation.
that's what I was about to say. In my experience of dealing with artists, even if they switch managers, some of the same things still happen. So while we can pass all of the buck, or try to pass all the buck to Paul, sometimes
Are you dissing Joe?
No, but
Are you calling him a traitor?
I mean, yeah. Joe behaves in similar ways with different managers. He has.
Of course.
I've been nutty at times.
Yeah, like sometimes the manager is just a shield. Is all I'm saying. I'm not accusing him of that, but ultimately, your representation does represent you.
I think Paul and M would both say Paul has been a shield for M his whole career.
Yeah.
Fam, whoever manages
Part of his job.
Whoever manages you should have your best interest. Whoever you do business with should have your best interest. And Joe's time on Shady, I didn't feel like my best interest was had by anybody. I didn't feel like Kings really gave a fuck. Court jesters, right?
Jester.
I didn't feel like jesters really gave a fuck about Joe shit. If anything, for me, that was confirmed by by the contract saying, hey, if we want to fuck with any of y'all as solo artists, we have the right to do so. But we got the group. Well, shit, what more writing does it need to be in that niggas don't give a fuck about you?
Right.
If I have the option to fuck with you as a solo artist and advance and help your career, but I don't, and I'm only focused on the group, how do the artists go home and feel like, all right,
He fucks me.
they holding me down?
Right.
I never felt like that, but I don't knock anybody else. Like, everybody got to move how they see fit.
That's a fact.
And do the things that they feel are appropriate for them. And for me, I'm done condemning people for decisions that they make. That's an improvement that I'm trying to make on myself. We all make mistakes. Speaking of, I wanted to come in. I forgot to tell y'all. I think I squashed it up with L.A. Reid.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if I told y'all that.
No,
Is he a really good guy?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why you say you squashed it? When you spoke to him?
Yeah, at the Puff Party.
Okay.
What did you guys talk about?
The things I talked about,
Okay.
which is all I'll say.
Okay.
But we talked about the things I talked about, and he responded to me. And he had some more to say, and it's like, all right, shit. Like, you're right. Like, what do you say when somebody's in front of you saying, yeah, I fucked up?
Well,
from
accountability
that
is
point of view.
Once
Okay,
somebody
okay.
takes accountability for certain
Got
things,
you.
At that point, it's not even an
I'm
argument.
just saying, like, yeah, what, who are you to hold on to some type of, like, nigga, no.
And shout out to Joel. I saw him at the premiere. He's getting married soon.
Oh, congratulations.
Get out of town.
Yeah, shout out to my nigga.
What premiere?
At the Bad Boys premiere that Royce hosted.
Oh, you went?
Yeah. I want to see the movie.
Oh, you didn't invite us?
I thought that Keno would have.
Courtney invited all of us. I
yeah.
thought.
That Keno.
Because Keno hit me. I thought, y'all be
We're not really a communicative bunch unless we're on the
man,
microphone.
This is craziness.
Once he hit me, I thought I was like the last one to get the.
I was going to go, but I was
the words
Yeah,
of Marlo. Word did not get back to me.
You sure?
So how was the movie?
I would've went.
This shit was hard.
It was really good.
You liked it a lot? I like this song.
Really good movie.
You was happy Will Smith's son was the one?
I don't think people saw the movie yet, Joe. But
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
yeah. Some people
No,
didn't
I'm
see
You
on
it.
that
spoiled
shit.
it for me,
Yeah, I don't give a fuck
fucker.
about Bad
Well, it
Boys
came out.
3.
People should have seen it by tomorrow. A lot of people. So
Anybody that was rushing to see it.
I saw rave reviews.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Really, really good.
That is some real asshole shit. But that was but that's been on my bucket list too.
Just spoiling movies.
Yes. I've always wanted to do that just once.
Fucking
just
dick.
to ruin the movie that I don't give a fuck about.
You already killed Eddie Murphy once. Like, stop.
That was my mom.
Look who you blame.
I'm still not off of blaming. I could blame some shit, won't it?
All right.
So we're off
music.
Eminem. We're off. No, there's more music now.
There's a lot more music.
I said let's get to more music.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mac Miller.
I only listened once. I really enjoyed it.